Well, welcome and good evening, wonderful dice of all alignments. I am Lunar D8, and this is part 0 of Let's Play Human Farm. Now, this game, I have no idea when it will release on Steam. I actually thought it would release months ago. It could still be months in the future before it releases. So, yeah, this is part 0 because no actual gameplay, because, the game's not available yet. I don't think they're done making it. That being said, disclaimer. This game is not for the faint of heart. And what you're seeing now is I've got a little bit of a recording going on off the Steam page. Right now I'm just showing a still picture. And playing my own music. I don't know if you can hear my music. My music is fairly happy and soft and light sounding. Innocent, if you will. Which is in a very stark contrast to this game. This game, like I said, in general, all my videos I have marked as not suitable for children. I don't even think anyone under the age of 18 should even be on YouTube. Whether a viewer or a channel content creator. I don't think anyone under the age of 18 should be on YouTube or Twitch or any of that stuff in any way, shape, or form. That being said, I normally don't have an extra disclaimer. I just have my videos marked not intended for children. That being said, I am giving an actual verbal discretionary warning to all of you that if you are under the age of 18, close this video right now. Do not even listen to another word on this video. Go to something else. And those of you that are 18 or older, if you have a weak stomach, or if you are easily offended, or you just want to be able to sleep at night, also, just push the little X button and just walk away. Okay, so everyone gone? There's 2 of you left? Okay. Anyway. Yeah, like I said, this game is not... This is not for the faint of heart or for those with a weak stomach. This game is about pig people being the dominant species of the human race. And the human race being reduced to basically farm meat. Anyway, I'm going to, like I said, I don't know if you guys can hear my music right now or not. I'll turn it up a little bit. See, this sounds really nice and soft and gentle. This is relaxing. This is pure, wholesome. Okay, enough of that. While part of me does enjoy all that stuff, that is not the part of me that decided to showcase this to all of you. This game is not suitable for any audiences. Honestly, I would dare say anyone under the age of 23 should not play this game and should not view any gameplay footage of it, not even what I'm about to show now. So if you are 22 or younger, click that X button and leave. What you're about to see will probably scar you. So, hopping in.
About a meat. On a meat is what you need. On a meat for human farm dinner. Feeling good about a meat. On a meat is what I need. On a meat for human farm dinner.
So, yeah. Not sure what to say. Not even sure if I actually will let's play this or not. I'm just putting the idea out there. Because like I said, even to a bastard like me, this seems pretty unsavory. So I may never even do a part 1 when this game releases, not that I know when it's going to release. I'm strongly considering Let's Playing it. At the same time, so yeah. Yeah, you get to watch me struggle with a pause button. But yeah, like I said, it's something I'm considering. At the same time, just watching the trailer itself, it just... it's not a pleasant feeling in the back of my throat. But I figured I should at least announce that this game exists and that it will be released on Steam at some point in the future. But yeah, I'm actually undecided if I actually will ever let's play this. Just because, honestly, I don't think the more I think about it, the more I don't know if I'd actually have fun with it. And at the end of the day, this channel is about me doing whatever the hell I want, dropping any kind of filter, and saying and doing anything I want. The main deciding factor in whether or not I play a game or not doesn't matter if it's popular, doesn't matter if it's good, doesn't matter if it's bad, doesn't matter if it's easy, doesn't matter if it's hard, doesn't even matter if my computer struggles to run it half the time, if I'm really into the game. After all, the main thing that's important to me when it comes to playing a game is whether or not I enjoy it, whether or not I want to play it. So, whether or not I play this game or not depends entirely on if I want to. Some of my videos I do for the sake of humor. And some of my videos I'm just playing a long visual novel like the Danganronpa series. I did Let's Plays of Danganronpa 1, Sugar Happy Havoc, Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair Island, and Danganronpa V3, Killing Harmony. All three of which are very, very long games. Hell, I did a Let's Play of a horror visual novel called The Letter. That took 80 hours of gameplay. 35 parts to that series. And it was a horror visual novel, so it was not emotionally settling. But I kept playing it because the story was amazing, and I just thought that it was an amazing game. I was very impressed with the story and everything about it. So despite the fact that it was unnerving at times, I kept playing it because I was still enjoying myself with it. Same way with Super Meat Boy. Even though I raged at it a lot, and even though my very first part, I said it would be my only part ever, and that I would never play any more of it, I have a playlist called the Super Meat Boy and Other Failure playlist that has 40 videos in it, 9 of which are Super Meat Boy. The other 31 of which are random other things that I've done. So, heck, I have an issue like half my playlists don't show up. So, I don't know what the hell is going on with that, but I made an extra video called Channel Updates, and that playlist does show up, so I can give a list of all the different playlists I have, and I actually went through everything on the Super Meat Boy and Other Failure playlist because that had a lot of variety to it. That being said, I'm going to do a Let's Play of Tales of Arise, and I actually have that on the Sonic Spinball playlist. Simply because I kind of went overboard making playlists, so I have to be careful not to make very many more playlists, because for some reason YouTube doesn't seem to like me making, well, this will technically be playlist number 85. But like I said, I don't know if I ever actually will play this game or not. Because like I said, at the end of the day, the deciding factor for me is whether or not I enjoy it, whether or not I want to, whether or not I'm interested. I don't care how hard a game is or how easy a game is. If I'm interested in it, I will keep playing. Hell, I don't care how scary or disgusting a game is. If I enjoy it and I keep interested, I'll keep playing it. At the same time, there are certain things that I've run into some games, like Will a Wonderful World. I played 8 parts of that, and then I ran into a particular scene that I was just not okay with. That I felt crossed a line. Now, I at least left a message on this message to the people responsible for this game. Asked them a couple questions about certain things they would do. And they at least said that they don't do the certain things that I asked. Because I was like, okay, there's certain lines that shouldn't be crossed. And I certainly, if I know those lines are going to be crossed, I'm not even going to bother buying the game at all. Particularly, the biggest line is, any kind of violence against children. Hell, I'm the person who suggested DDR Maniac to play Demonophobia. I'm not really a stranger to watching Let's Plays of gory or violent games. I mean, we've all watched Markiplier play Five Nights at Freddy or, the precursor, One Night at Flumpty's. That stuff is not exactly gentle. That being said, there's always limits. And at the end of the day, I'm only going to do what I want to do. So, if I feel that I want to Let's Play this game when it comes out, I will. At the same time, when this game comes out, if I decide that I just don't want to, then I won't. I'll do whatever the hell I want. But this game did certainly catch my interest. But I've always been a fan of any sort of game of psychological horror or even psychological darker philosophy. Whether it be Don Quixote, which is the second best-selling book of all time. It's a book that's existed for hundreds of years, and it's about a man in the Renaissance age who basically is going through Alzheimer's, but, there's not the word for Alzheimer's yet. And he's, grown up basically as an otaku for all these books of knights for the medieval age. He looks at the world around him, and he idealizes chivalry and honor, and he feels like the world lacks honor. And this man of Alzheimer's, who's elderly, who spent most of his life reading these books and just idealizing being a hero, he goes out and basically is hallucinating. I mean, he has a fight with a giant windmill. He fights a windmill, thinking that it's a giant person attacking a village. So at the end of the day, he's pure of heart. He wants to do what's right, but it's just the fact that he's looking around at his society and he feels people aren't living up to, that honor. Though I feel that there's people of that feeling in every day and age. I mean, hell, it's painful just to watch the news half the time. I mean, all the shitty-ass stories that are always on there. It's just... people are terrible to each other half the time. The biggest thing I can say to all of you is just be nice to each other. I want everyone to treat each other with kindness. And no matter how I feel about things, I always try my best to be nice to everybody. So, I feel like I'm getting off topic. The topic was this pig guy right here. Main point is, I've enjoyed psychological stories, or even just historic ones. Take Odysseus. The Odyssey, Homer's Odyssey. Heck, there was a movie back in 1994, I think, made with the actor Armand Assante. He's an amazing actor. He nailed the performance 100%. It's a movie called The Odyssey. Probably the second best movie ever made. And like I said, the actor's name is Armand Assante. I strongly recommend that movie for people of all ages. So, anyone out there who is 23 and older who stayed around for this part of the video, all those people that were too young to stay for this part of the video, go tell them to watch the movie The Odyssey. It has the actor Armand Assante. It's an absolutely amazing movie. It's very wholesome. It's very good. It does have a couple violent scenes, but all in all, I wouldn't say it's any more violent than, say, Dexter's Laboratory. Or like Powerpuff Girls. Now that being said, there are some psychological stories that I feel are absolutely amazing when it comes to exploring the human psyche and the human condition. Take the visual novel Saya no Yuta and the story of Fuminori. That's a good way to explore how certain things affect the human mind. And also the idea of tabula rasa, because that's basically what Saya is, basically a blank slate. Kind of reminds me of that one Justice League episode where you had that cyborg robot dude that Lex Luthor came across. That he's basically a blank slate, and he learned from his environment. Same way, imagine if you had a Cthulhu-type being, but it didn't have a sense of right and wrong. So instead, it had to learn from humanity. The question is this: how would that turn out, though? Like, what if there was a sentient AI out there right now, but in order to learn the concept of right and wrong, it had to look at the human race as a whole, and our history, and everything we say to each other online? How would that being turn out if it mimicked us? With the way we behave. There's good in us, and there's also not good. I'm just saying this. If there was a sentient AI that was learning the concept of right and wrong from watching the human race, I don't know how that would go. I'd say my only complaint about Saya no Yuta is the age that Saya is portrayed as. When it came to those scenes, I had to basically, because I was watching Let's Plays of it and that sort of thing, just have to look away from or cover up the screen, because I feel that's wrong, but I appreciate or you can always scroll down to the comment section so you don't actually see what's happening. Because while I do like hentai, there are certain things that are just gross. And I'm like, no. It's kind of like the whole, I do like furry hentai, and I do like futanari and all that sort of stuff, but there are certain things that, vor, that's gross and disgusting. Or any kind of violence associated with that. I like violent movies. I like hentai. I don't want them together. It'd be like mixing spicy foods and chocolate. That's gross. I like chocolate. I like spice. You put them together, it's disgusting. But the story of Fuminori is... It's a great exploration of just how human beings react to different stimulus. And just how that stuff can affect a human being. It could possibly build or heal or, break down their psyche and destroy them. And also about a being that is a blank slate reacting to other people. And especially if you meet someone like Fuminori, who was already in a very precarious mental state. That's not exactly a healthy mind to learn from. But at the same time, there are a lot of wholesome moments to it, but you have to look very close for that. Basically, the moments where some of the characters actually do legitimately care about each other, or are loyal toward each other, or actually, value each other's well-being. It's just overshadowed by all the violence, gore, and murder in Cthulhu. So, but anyone that's a fan of the Lovecraft, H.P. Lovecraft stuff, or Mind Flayers, Cthulhu, stuff like that, the Elder Gods, that stuff. Very interesting lore. Heck, I've seen some books at, the nerdy Dungeons & Dragons stores that I go visit sometimes, where it's got, pictures of stuff. There's a star vampire, which is like a giant squid that flies through space, that eats whatever. And I'm just thinking to myself, this makes Mario a lot more terrifying. Because remember bloopers, because there's some bloopers that eventually they just are in the middle of the air. And I'm like, the more you think of things literally, the world of Super Mario is terrifying. But I'm just saying, there are some things that are just too unsavory. And I'm like, and I'm not sure if I really even should play this game. But nothing else, I've rambled on for 25 fucking minutes. Hell, another story I would recommend, older stories, other than, of course, Shakespeare and Edgar Allan Poe, would be, say, Geoffrey Chaucer's The Canterbury Tales. That's a good one. Then again, there's always stories like 1984, Brave New World, Animal Farm. I'd say one thing I can definitely recommend to all of you is just try to read as much as you can, whether it be about history or philosophy. But also keep in mind, try to understand why the person who wrote the book wrote it. Like, what was their goal? Like Homer's Odyssey. What was the main thing what was his main point? Now, granted, I know, but I want you guys to actually read the story. I want you to read Homer's Odyssey and Don Quixote. They're amazing stories. I want you to read them. Also, like I said, the Odyssey, the movie, from 1994 with Armand Assante. I think it's Armand, and then Assante's Assante. Armand Assante, amazing actor. I'm not sure if he's even alive anymore. But I want you guys to go check him out. Hopefully he's alive. But, the movie he made in 1994, The Odyssey, he did that role perfect. Second best movie ever made. So I think everybody should go watch that movie. It's an amazing movie. But I'm rambling on. This is really supposed to be just a couple minutes. Just saying, hey, Human Farm's a thing. I'll probably play it when it comes out. At the same time, I don't know if I will or not. I might not. There's a chance when this game comes out, I'll probably just decide, no, I don't want to. Hell, at one point, I decided to be a son of a bitch about it. I was like, you know what I'll probably do? I'll probably play the game, and I'll cook a full plate of bacon. And I'll eat bacon as I play the game. But now that I think on it more, I'm like, I don't think I'm okay with that. I think I'm bothered by me. So, I'm offending myself. But, yeah, definitely watch The Odyssey. It's an Armand Assante. It's a movie from 1994. It's an absolutely amazing movie. It's very wholesome. This game is not wholesome. If I play it, don't expect anything remotely wholesome. This is... what's the word? You can't just say unwholesome. What's the word for something that's not wholesome? What's the appropriate word for that? I don't know. But, yeah, I don't know. All I gotta say is, this is Human Farm. It's a thing. There's a developer called Asmodev by the publisher Gaming Factory SA that are going to release this game. It has tags in management, simulation, indie, gore, horror, and there's a lot more things too. But, yeah. Horror and gore. Management too, because you're trying to run a business to sell things. To make money, I guess. So, it's just... I at least wanted to make a video announcing this as an idea. And I'd probably make it its own playlist. But I don't know if I'll ever even play this game or not. Because, like I said, whether or not... I do whatever the fuck I want on this channel. So, whether or not I play this game or not is based entirely on if I want to. And the more I think about it, I don't want to. So I probably won't. But if you guys want to, you guys can always go to Steam and buy it yourself. I hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful day. Bye.